Hey, welcome to the next edition of Oro Expedition 13. We're somewhere in the woods of East Tennessee. And what you're looking at right here is a wall that was built probably in the colonial times. And the reason they built it was to dam up the stream, as you can see right there, and dry up this stream so they could get the gold out of it. The good news is all they wanted was the big stuff. They didn't want the little stuff. So we're here to get the big stuff, or the little stuff. My new friend John.
Hello everyone, I'm John. Been mining since 2009. I come down to this area about 5 or 6 different times now. We punched a sample hole right over there on the inside band of the stone.
Right.
And we did this pretty good color last time we were here, but unfortunately it was freezing out, so we had the campfire going and everything. My helpers didn't want to hang too long, so.
This wall is incredible. I can feel how old this is just by getting up close to it. Yeah, and then the creek right there on the other side.
Me and Bill believe that there's a mine entrance around here pretty close.
I'd say it's probably right there.
And we dug a hole there.
Oh, you dug that hole. Okay.
Because we seen the indentation there, we figured that's probably the entrance, but we dug and didn't hit nothing that sounded hollow.
Okay, now what was you saying about how the old timers, when they went to California, what they do?
Well, what happened was that there's good gold here in Tennessee. Unfortunately, you've got to go deep to get it. And they caught rumor that it was real easy to find nuggets out there. In fact, you could just bend over, pick them right out of the stream beds. And so they dynamited their entrances here and figured, why should we work so hard? Let's go to California.
Right.
It's a lot easier over there. So they just abandoned operation, basically.
Yeah, I think that happened in Georgia, South Carolina, everywhere.
It happened the whole way up on the East Coast, up and down the East Coast. Everybody moved west.
But this wall is it's a relic. I mean, you can tell this is history in the making right here. The way it's built. Just imagine the work that went into that.
This is the base of the Unicoi Mountains.
Okay, so this is right at the bottom of the mountain. You said would be good to get up on, or get up close to. Sweet.
The closer you get to the Unicoi Mountain range, the better the gold is.
Great. We're going to go down here and get to work. We got us a little sweet spot picked out. John knows the best spot here. We're going to go back down to the equipment and get busy. Yeah, we're on the creek in a secret location. John's running the sluice. Just got a couple buckets filled up. This is a perfect spot, just a small stream. We're working right at the edge of an inside corner on this big sandbar here. And we got some good looking stuff. You can jump in anytime, don't be shy.
Oh, we lost that. We've got to bring our scoop today with us. We got to use our hands. We should find something that's pretty good in this, not so far though.
Yeah, we're getting our material right up there. And right here is the perfect spot for the sluice box spots all over this stream. No need to look for one.
I sure do prefer these bigger sluices over than the small ones.
Oh yeah, I think the little ones are more for concentrating it than they are for working the creek. I say creek both ways too, by the way. You know, it's tomato, creek, creek. The wife makes fun of me for saying creek. She says, that's something you get in your neck. Well, you can get it in your neck if you want, but I'm going to go find gold in it. It's a creek. You got a piece on the mat already?
We got a couple little spider eyes, I believe.
Sweet. Now there's a new term I haven't heard, spider eyes.
Yeah, that's a really small piece of gold, like a 10-point.
What we call fly poopy?
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay out of the flow here, but
you probably can't
get a little camera angle.
It's so small, but I believe I see one float glittering right there, and there's a few over here, and that's where the water's.
I'd say where we're at, we're probably going to end up with some nice chunky stuff on that mat. It sure looks like it. And yeah, that's tough on the skin on the hands, but you got to do what you got to do. Too far to go back for a scoop.
Yeah.
Time we got back for a scoop, we'd have to leave. Man, that's a good shot right there. That red bucket shows up real good. Yes, sir. Hey, more later. We'll get back some more on the creek. We're still in an undisclosed location. Me and John's got the sluice running. We're just about ready for our first cleanup. It's looking really good. Ripples are looking, got that good stuff laying right on the middle of them.
Yeah, we put about 7 buckets through there. They could probably handle more, but we want to see if
we're on the yellow stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these big ones, I guess you could probably sit and run them about half a day without cleaning them out.
25, 30 buckets.
Yeah. It's almost like a high banker. Well, it is a high banker actually, since Jim made the high banker out of it. But then he took the green carpet out and put hog mat in. This is the hole where we're digging. Show you the handle test like we have been. We're down to the label on the handle, which means we're about 2 feet, 2.5, 3 feet down. Of course, I muddied it back up so you can't see the bottom now. But I'd say if we don't come out of here with some gold, it would really surprise me, because this is we're off in the middle of nowhere. That's why we say undisclosed location. This is John's honey hole, so we're going to keep that undisclosed. We don't even flash around in the woods very much to give anybody a chance to recognize it. Give you a little idea what it looks like on down here. We're just barely downstream from the wall that we were showing there earlier. And this is just all kinds of good looking material. This guy, if there isn't gold here, I think me and John will both be really surprised. That's how good it looks. Because we got these sandbars here that are real sandy, gravel. And that's the same stuff we're digging out of the bottom of the creek, so we should be in the gold. As you can see, the spot where we got lined up right with the opposite side of the creek if you go upstream a little bit. You can draw a straight line all the way up to the next turn. So if there's gold here, it should be right in this area right here, either where we're at or just upstream a little bit. Working the inside corner. So we'll get back to some more here as soon as we do a clean out, see what we got.
Alright, here we're going to run our first pan from our clean out, see what we might have got. You always want to keep when you start out, you want to keep your pan level and ripples away from you. I choose to put my thumb over this hole right there, keeping everything level and underwater.
So you put that hole in the spot where you wanted it then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just swirl it around, swirl it around. And we're gonna
Yeah, look at that black coming out already. Wow.
just real gently work that first layer off.
The big stuff.
Basically what I'm doing here is I'm working the material that's in this ripple and in this ripple, and I don't really care about the rest. The rest of it's holding my gold and my black sands and anything else that's heavy that might be in here. And remember to keep everything level, and water is your friend. We could have probably chose a better place to do this because it's swift, but I can still manage.
Okay, you go up there right where we dug the hole, it's calm. Right where the hole is nice and calm. That's where I run that other pan.
Just want to real gently move that first layer. And it doesn't hurt to reach in there and pick out any stones that you see. Just make sure you rinse them off before you pitch them.
I'm going to try to get the phone up close to you because of this water sound might be covering you up. The video is fantastic. The audio's got a little bit to go yet.
You can't do this too much, the stratification phases. It drives the heavies to the bottom and it brings the lights to the top. It separates the blondes from the blacks. The blondes being the light and the blacks being the heavy. You just don't want to go too fast with it.
Let's get it real close down to that black sand. I got zoom on it, but when you zoom it goes out of focus because of being HD. Let me see if I can make the zoom work without being out of focus. That's, I guess the only time you use the zoom real good and keep in focus is if you got it on a tripod or something. Yeah, that's some good stuff, man. Look how much black's in there.
Water's your friend. You can't have too much of it in your pan. Sometimes I'll even pan underwater. I'll put my pan completely under. And I'll put my pan in the whole way under.
Yeah, because that way you're using nature's forces.
You get down to about a tablespoon or so, then you start the backhand. I'll do this one more time.
Got a tree branch over here making shadows, but I'm working around it.
By doing this tapping motion, it's driving all the gold that's in them black sands up to this little rim right here. Hopefully here, there's a little speck right there.
That speck?
Where'd it go? I lost it. It's in there. I'll find it again. There it is.
Get the rest of that lightweight stuff out of the way. Yep, right there it is. That'll show up too. You get it down there as long as you got the sunshine on it. Right there, and about a quarter-inch off the edge. Or a half.
There's a small one there with it too, an even smaller one.
I say there's one right behind your bottle there, I believe too.
You call that a spider eye?
You call them spider eyes, I've heard them called fly poopy too. Probably about the same size. I tell people if you take a dandruff flake and cut it in 6 pieces, take one of those pieces, that's how big the gold usually is. So it's not very big. But it's gold, it's 24 karat. And we're the first ones to see it.
That's right. Get a piece there.
Yep. Yeah, this HD will pick it up. It'll right when you suck it up. I mean, once it's gone, you can see on the video. Right there was one I just seen uncovered, and I think it went over in the other pile. Just a wee little bitty one.
Sometimes you get gold mixed with mercury.
There's a nice flake right here, just uncovered right there. You might have washed it down in your pile now.
We'll go back to it.
It's a fairly decent flake. I get to watching the pan and forget to watch the camera. End up getting a real good shot of the creek.
Well, this pan wasn't too productive, but we'll go through it again.
Well, that was what, 3 or 4 pieces so far. Pretty good for being out in the middle of nowhere. And then we get everything done, we're going to keep everything, all the concentrates, and run them across the beast this evening, get it set up. I got lucky on it and figured out a way to get 100% capture on it. Well, let's say this, 100% of everything you can see with the naked eye.
Sometimes down here you get gold mixed with mercury, and it makes it look like lead.
Yeah, kind of a whitish, grayish look.
Get another pan.
Well, I was going to say if you want to hold the concentrate, what time you say you want to go?